let's talk about your business. How are things going?
Um, I mean, I had a sales call this morning, and I, I mean, I got him into the community. Um, and this was just a dude who was very early on in his trading, and he just flipped a small account to big one, and then he lost the money, and then he's like, "Oh my God, I want to make that money back," and he's in that era of his life.
Hmm. Yep.
and, I don't know if it was easy. I don't know if, like, yeah. So at the end, he's in the group. There's another person who in 1 month, just by being in the group, has been like giving really good reviews, and like she's just completely changed her perspective. And this one is a more neutral one compared to the more gambling guy that I spoke with today. This one's more like um, willing and open to the systematic approach of things and going through the motions of where she currently is and what's the next thing she needs to solve. So right now she's working on her trading plan and back testing and all that. So that's good, but in terms of monetization, I'm zero at the moment. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Uh, Again, you just keep working. Just keep working.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. And we talked about it last time. It comes in surges. You know, all
Uh,
of a sudden you'll be like zero, like oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Then all of a sudden, four people will join.
yeah.
And you breathe a sigh of relief, and then three of those people will leave. You panic again, and then six more will join. It's
Yeah.
literally the process. So, I like what you said earlier about letting the flow go. There is something about the way I do it where I'm just relentless and just just go at it. But that caused a lot of mistakes in my early years. You
What
know,
were the mistakes?
oh, I was way too ambitious. I did not let things happen. I forced them to happen.
Uh-huh.
Imagine taking that into trading. That's a big
I know.
problem in trading.
Yeah.
But even in business, like I was very clear on what I wanted. I was very clear on my timeline. I was going to do it. And so if I didn't make certain goals, I just had to work harder. Um, and, you know, obviously that's going to cause some frustration, but I'm really good at dealing with that. I never really felt a bunch of frustration
Yeah.
over not having success. It was, oh, you just need to work harder. So, the negative of that is I sacrificed a lot of my personal hobbies and time, and I always made sure I had time with my family. Like like the rule was at 5 p.m. I had to stop working, even though I didn't want to. I had to. That
Yeah.
was my
Because you
rule.
can't help yourself.
Oh, I would work all night. I'd work all night
Yeah.
if I totally would. So no, I'm glad to hear you have a healthier outlook to this.
Yeah. I've I think trading has taught me this. I just want to do the most leveraged thing, squeeze the juice out of it, and that's it. So far, what I'm noticing on how I function, or the patterns I've noticed myself with my behaviors, is I could really get into a project, do one thing really efficiently, really well, and that one thing be a very high leverage activity, where it's like one of those things where you do it once and it pays dividends forever.
Hmm.
And that's what I call like a high leverage activity. For example, trading, learn it once, build your systems once, and like be very mold yourself as a human to be able to execute, managing your emotions and everything. Do that once, and you have that forever. I call that leverage. So same thing. I think it just seeps into everything else, and
Yeah.
I've noticed myself doing that. Where like today I'm resting, yesterday I was resting. I'm going to rest tomorrow and Sunday. Then I'm knowing that this resting is the most high leverage activity for me right here, right now. because it's just like that cheetah or like a tiger. It's like they're waiting in the forest and they're sneaking up on their prey and they're not doing anything hard. They're resting, they're chilling until it's time to strike, until they're really close and they know the catch is easy. Then they exert all their energy all at once and like make the chase. And then
Yeah.
they're either gonna get the hunt or they're gonna miss it. Regardless, right after the hunt is over, they're immediately back into resting state because that's the most high leverage activity for them because that allows them to prepare for the next one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've
I'm
translated
gonna
that into my
I'm
trading
gonna
just like
steal
that.
that. I'm gonna steal that. Because that is a great analogy for forex
Yeah,
trading. For forex
yeah,
trading, it's great. And
absolutely.
I use the analogy of hunting, or my hunting
Yeah,
analogy, where it's like you're out waiting for the big one to come by. But
yeah,
there's rabbits, and there's birds.
yeah.
There's things you can shoot at
Hmm.
all the time, but you can't shoot at those, or else you've wasted your ammo, or you got them, but
Yeah,
you were so busy, getting this rabbit that you shot at. The big deer walks right by you.
yeah.
But I like yours better. This idea that, and again, we really try to capture that with this concept of energy. And I wish there was a. I've tested all these things out to try to build something that measures the energy in the market. I just, I've never been able to find something. VP had an indicator that I initially thought, oh, this is it. And then when I looked at it more, I'm like, no, this isn't quite what I was looking for. Do you have anything that you look at that lets green light, hey, there's energy in the market. There's strong enough trends and there's strong enough volume and volatility to, you know, come out of the rest and pounce.
Um, I want to circle back to your deer analogy, and I use it as well, actually. I really use it and I you tell my clients, and I tell them the deer analogy, but the cheetah analogy, the tiger one, that one came from, it's more from a performance angle, where I found like with forex trading, it's not about, oh, is there opportunity in the market or not? It's more so about you. It's like, are you ready to pounce on that? And so that came from that, where it's my chapter on high performance. And so I use the tiger analogy to kind of teach the high performance thing because I myself was a, no rest, relentless, keep going, going, going. And I noticed like that's just burnout. It's just not fun ultimately. And then I came across this whole tiger thing and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Like you've changed my belief system on what is um, being productive, because I always felt that way. I always felt guilty, and I still do to an extent. But I'm able to like observe and like kind of dissociate myself from that belief system. It's like I'm resting today. I'm not working. I have to be working. I have to be doing this and that. And like, where's the money gonna come from? And like all these things. And I'm feeling guilty. Like, why am I not being productive? Instead, I'm just here chilling and resting and playing video games and like, doing just whatever I want to do. That's fun. Um, And so that's the performance side. And then with the buck side, the rabbit side, your analogy that you use, I use that to like help clients understand market positioning more so. Um, and, we, like for me, when I was, learning and everything, the main terms used were market condition, market environment. And, and to me, it's like, huh, what does that even mean? And I personally never really grasped it. It's just like what does that even mean? And for me, the closest term now is market positioning, and I got it from poker, where the dealer button. Once you're on the dealer, like you have a lot more
Mm-hmm.
foresight. You have a lot more. You're positioned in a place where you have a more informed decision. You can play the player. You can play the hand. You know you can play the bet sizing more to your control. You could bluff more times than not, stuff like that. And then when I was building my own plan, I realized, huh, Like I I want to be performing at the highest. That means I want to be coming into the market after a period of rest, which is me right now, resting and ready and getting closer and closer mentally, emotionally, or whatever to, pounce. And when I do pounce, I want to be so close that it's an easy kill. So I want to make it easy as possible. And um, and so market positioning then comes in to being the second thing where it's like, okay, now I'm ready. I am now in the game. I'm out for the hunt, deliberately out for the hunt. Like I'm coming out of unemployment to now employment, so to speak, in a capitalist world. And then, now it's like, okay, now I'm here, but where are all the, prey? Where's all the stuff? And so then it's market positioning. And then if I look around, it's like, everything's rabbits around me today. Maybe I'm just in the rabbit season where rabbits are breeding and like they're kind of running around and all the other animals are hibernating, or I don't know. Right. So maybe it's rabbit season. Then I just adapt my expectations. Like, it's rabbit season. So I'm just gonna, grab a few rabbits and call it a day. And so that's market positioning. And it's like, okay, now I come into the market and it's like, today there's a few deer there and there. Um, let's go for that then. And then it's like, okay, what's the easiest way to hunt this down? And that would probably be like trying to get as close to it as possible because it's fast and it's also dangerous. And so let me get the best shot at it, the easiest shot at it. And then so I creep in on it.
It's the best
And
entry
so
point.
yeah. And so I kind of, not even the entry point, that's kind of the environment. So that's how I've kind of interlaid these two analogies together where it's, okay, it's not just, where's the energy in the market right now? I've kind of switched it up into, let me make my internal energy as a human being. Like, let's say I'm on a travel and I'm really tired, or I just have newborn baby and like I'm really tired. And like, I think of it as being an athlete and you're going into your NBA game tired because you were just overtraining the last night. And it doesn't make sense because you want to be resting to be able to perform in that game. And then after the game, you go back into your rest and kind of train again. Um, and so I kind of interlaid those two where it's like, okay, it's not just about seeing the opportunity in the market, it's also seeing the opportunity within yourself. Are you in a place where you are able to take that opportunity, where it's not, you're not easily controlled by fear or greed emotionally, where you're going in focused on the task? Like, let's say for you, you have a goal and you relentlessly pursue it. Um, let's say you're really hungry as a tiger and it's deer season, and then you kind of creep in on it because you know that if you miss the shot, then you're gonna go hungry another day, another for God knows how long. And so you're going to make sure that you get the kill every time you're there. And I think that makes you very dangerous. Combine that with your deer analogy, rabbit analogy, which is understanding trend, understanding market positioning, which means, are we in a place where it's extended away from that maze? So maybe let me look for a mean reversion trade because that's probably giving me a better risk reward, and at the same time, it's more likely to happen. And then obviously having your, way to narrow down how you're gonna enter and all that timing and everything. But that's different. And then, or another being, it's kind of created a new high and now the moving averages are catching up and it's just high basing and it's about to make the next leg. Then it's like, okay, it's a trend trade. So that's strategic positioning, but it's more so coming in with you being at 100% and then what is being presented to you at this moment. And if you want to take it, great, this is how you're going to play it. If not, then great, stay in your rest state because you're getting ready for the next one. uh, you know let's say you're in the market and it's rabbit season and you're like, you know what, I'm not really interested in rabbit right now, so you skip it. Or maybe you come in and it's rabbit season and you're like, you know what, I'm okay with the rabbit this time. And then you take the rabbit and happy go lucky and go away with it. Maybe tomorrow, day after, there's deer season, but you don't really care because you're happy with your rabbits and you're enjoying the rabbit with your family and whatnot. Um, yeah, so that's how I found energy. It's like an interplay between the market and yourself. Uh, that's how I would see it.
I was just sitting here, um, the nice little grin on my face.
Uh-huh.
You're really good at this. You are really good, and what I mean is at this is that there's some people who are teachers, and I've always felt like that was one of my biggest strengths is that I know how to break down some complex things into ways that people not only understand but also feel like they can also do, and then also get them excited about this because no one's really showed it to them in a certain
Uh-huh.
way. I just absolutely felt that so strong with you, like what you just covered is beautiful, and you did it in a way that anyone who was listening to this is like, hell yeah, that's what I got to do. Teach me more. Like I need to know how to do this. I think this is. Has this been any part of your pitch?
Mm, uh, I don't know.
This needs to be
Uh,
your pitch, man. That was beautiful. Like that was absolutely beautiful, and I think anyone who's traded forex will understand all the issues they've been having, and they'll see this as, oh wow, this will fix a lot of my issues if I can really get this mentality down. Uh, I think this should absolutely be your pitch. I'm telling you, it was great.
awesome. I'll take it from Fathom and uh, make it a pitch, I guess.
No, again, it was very captivating, and like I said, I was sitting here grinning, smiling, thinking, man, if you could just get 100 people in front of you, you're going to get
Uh-huh.
10 of them. You're going to get 10 people be like, dude, I'm in. I'm in. Tell me what it is. And out of those 10, there's going to be, four that are the money. They just can't do it. And you'd be like, you know
Yeah.
what? I got something else for you guys. Just you may not be able to do it now, but keep me in mind. But I've got something for you for the next 6 months, whatever. Um, this pitch is a winning pitch. What you just said. Now it's just a matter of getting in front of ears and eyeballs.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's good feedback.
I'm gonna keep saying this. Very compelling. Very compelling on you hit the logic, but you also hit the emotion. You hit the need. The hey, I go into forex and I feel like I just get spun around. I get stopped out here and I'm kind of listless. Like that pitch. If you were able to package that together and put it into a pitch, and then you had eyeballs and ears listening to it, I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It was really compelling. Really
What is a
compelling.
pitch?
Your pitch is your sale. This is why they're buying you. This is why they're going to go with you. That's a pitch. So a pitch is, let's say that I spend some advertising for people to come and check out Maverick Trading.
Uh-huh.
My pitch is, hey, they're going to give me 10 minutes. They're going to give me 30 minutes, whatever it is they're going to give me. I have those minutes to give my pitch of why they should go with Maverick Trading, or 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 me. And again, in this pitch, it's sales.
Oh,
It's in everything. When you go on a date, you have a window of time to make your pitch, and this person that is, that you're out with, they have these list of needs. They have these lists of needs and these lists of wants. How well you hit those list needs and wants will be what determines whether you get a second date or not, and ultimately what
Hmm.
determines whether or not you'll get a relationship out of it.
Hmm.
Whenever you go to a restaurant and you have an interaction, you have a certain amount of time to make a pitch. Um, it's something that I've always tried to teach my kids. This is that whenever there's an issue, let's say you go to a restaurant or you go to a hotel and they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have the room you want, or something like that, just something dumb. Um, I always tell my kids, if you can get somebody to like you, they'll want to help you if they can. And so you have this. Usually, it's like a 10-second window to make a pitch, and get them laughing, get them smiling, get them anything, and then you can make your pitch. So yeah, a pitch is just a word for the actual time you have in front of a prospect to make a sale. You got to get ears and eyeballs on you. Once they're on you, now's your pitch.
Yeah, I'm plotting and planning on YouTube, and I'm thinking, you know, might as well use my creativity because that's something I have in abundance right now, and make it cinematic and, kind of deliver a message in a movie-like way because that's something I
Yes,
find fun anyways.
I was just about, like, in my brain, like if I was doing this, I would have B-roll footage of a lion
Yeah,
or a tiger sleeping, being lazy, and then you know then the deer, and then he gets up, and you got stalking,
yeah,
and the whole time you're telling this, you're narrating it. You've got
yeah,
this
yeah,
footage, it's really impressive footage of, and you should have plenty of footage available to you. Have you checked out like story blocks and all that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah,
You've got tons of footage.
tons. Thank you for those, by the way.
No, you bet. Yeah, you've got tons. Like I'm looking at just tiger footage right now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But most of it is, yeah. There's some, but
Nah,
most of it's in captivity. You don't really want that one. But
yeah,
you've got enough out there.
yeah. I'm really creative.
Well, good. That's it. That's a great strength to have. Oh, they've
Yeah.
got some. They've got some green screen stuff too. With that you can make a transparent background out of.
Hmm.
I mean, you could overlay that over a chart or something like that. A tiger hunting
Yeah.
overlaid on the chart. And actually, kind of lame. I'm looking at them. But that Envato site um,
Yeah,
that I gave you, that's got just some really super high quality stuff. Storyblocks is pretty, you know,
yeah,
it's so, but
yeah. I'm intending on making one video a week for YouTube and like
mm,
really just, and I kind of picked it up so the entire Christmas up until the day before yesterday, I was at the bazaar with my mom and I hated it. I hated all of it. I mean, not all of it, but I hated the packing and setting it up and then unpacking and all day standing and ugh, it was it was hell to be honest. But I did get to shoot a lot of advertisement content for the business, and then that's where I realized, hey, I love this. This is the part I really love, and I'm really effortlessly good at it.
mm-hmm.
Um, And yeah, that inspired me to, come back, and that's why I'm resting right now and just kind of plotting and planning in terms of what's the easiest direction for me to like really put in some effort into the videos. Just like
Mhm.
what I said, like leverage, just make it really good one time. That's all it takes. And you never know, 10 years later, even somebody's looking at it and be like, damn, this is good stuff.
Yeah. My longest video is I put in 36 hours on
Wow.
about a 35-minute video.
How,
I
how
don't know
did it
how many.
perform?
I did terribly, but I don't care. I love it. I
Yeah,
think it's great. Um, I'm very
yeah.
proud of it, and still to this day, I don't regret that I spent so much time on it. But I do have to say, going forward, I learned to spend a lot less time and
Oh
get
yeah,
more stuff out there than
yeah.
spending that much time. All right, I got to split. It's that time
Awesome.
again.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yes.
I'd love to talk more about what we went over today because I had a grin on my face. It was beautiful. It was perfect. I love it. So well done.
Awesome.
You're really
Thank
good at
you.
this. You're really good. I'm not just saying that because I don't just say that just for shits and giggles.
Good at good at
Portraying complex things, breaking it down into ways that
uh
people see it and they feel it. They see it and they feel it, and that's what you need.
right.
You need to evoke emotion to close a sale. You cannot logic anyone into a deal.
Yeah,
They have to
right.
feel it. They have to feel it. I thought
Hmm.
logic and reason would convince people. It did not.
No,
It
it does
wasn't
not.
until I started to really either fearmonger. Fear mongering is also very,
Oh yeah. That's
like you have a trader, like dude, you're just gonna keep blowing your account up. Like,
yeah.
that's all you're gonna keep doing, and you know it too. You know it. You know it deep down inside of you. You know
Yeah.
deep down inside of you, you're just gonna blow it up again.
No. Take my money.
Yeah, stuff like that. I guess, but good talking to
All
you.
right. Awesome. You too.
See you.
Have a good one. Take care.